Hello and welcome to another episode of Dating Alchemy with Jen Youngquist. I am your host, Jen, and I'm a life coach, spiritual life coach who helps people to find the love that they have been looking for. So, in this episode, this is number 5, entitled "The One Thing Will That Will Derail Your Manifestations Every Time." And this is going to be a continuation of a previous episode that I did on manifesting love. And that was episode 3. So in that episode, um, I talked about how to specifically do manifesting. And I mentioned that yes, you do need to make this a priority and you need to focus on it, but there's a fine line there. And I want to kind of talk about what that fine line is. So there is in manifesting, that whole idea of getting into the 100% belief that it's happening. And once you are there, then you also have to take aligned action. But you also can't be focused on making it happen. Okay, so yes, you do want to make finding a mate a priority. You don't want to put that off for later. You don't want to not take action. Um, what you need to be doing instead is focusing on you, okay? Not focusing on finding someone for you, okay? Because when you're in that, oh, I've got to find the person. I've got to get out there and, meet a bunch of people. What does that start to do to your energy? All right, that starts to make you a little bit anxious. Maybe you start to feel like there's pressure on you. And that puts you in the energy of lack. So you're trying to make something happen from a space of, I don't have it. Okay. So instead, we want to have that it's done energy. I've put my order into the universe. What I want will come to me at the time that's right. So in the meantime, I'm going to do things to get out there, to be in the world, to make it easier for that thing to find me. But that's not going to be the focus. That can't be your only focus because we can't help but worry. We can't help but have anxiety about, well, what if this doesn't happen? What if I don't meet someone and then I've, wasted my time? No, we have to do things that we were already wanting to do in the first place. Okay. So, what am I saying here? Basically, I'm saying that once you take the time to get really clear on what kind of partner you want, what you want this person to be like, how you want to feel in that relationship, you've spent your time imagining how you're going to feel when you have this relationship, right? Notice what that does to your energy when you imagine you already have all those things that you want, right? Those are higher vibrational type of energies, such as joy, right? Or love, even. Gratitude. All of those things will raise your vibration, and that's what you want. You want to attract from that place of, it's coming. I already have it. There's a version of me in the future that already has this. So I'm just going to keep growing and learning and doing and having fun. And eventually that is going to find me. Okay. So does that mean you shouldn't go to dating events? No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Go to dating events. It's, but don't do it with putting yourself under pressure of having to find someone or of this dating event having to be productive in order for it to be, quote, worth it for you to get out of your house. Okay? Or some of you put a lot of pressure on, well, what if nobody likes me? Well, what if they don't? So what? Those weren't your people. You have to look at it as something that's getting you out of your comfort zone, right? It's getting you out into the world where you have the possibility to meet people, whether it's someone to date or maybe you just meet some cool girlfriends, right? Those people might know somebody for you, okay? There's never such a thing as wasted connections with other people. Okay. I met my husband that way. I didn't meet him directly. I met someone that he knew, and she set us up. Okay. So don't just look for a date, look for connections, connections in the world. It's the same way in business, right? It's who you're connected to really, that helps you get the leg up. If you're trying to do it all by yourself, that's the long way, and it takes a lot longer for you to build a business that way. Instead, if you start making other business connections, then they introduce you to people, and eventually you're going to find someone that shares the same kind of audience you do, or that can, help you do something that you've, not been able to do, and things start to grow from there. So your life is the same kind of thing in dating, right? So, yes, get out there, have fun. Also, don't not do something because you're waiting for a partner to do it with. Okay, don't put your life on hold until you find somebody because that will also put a kink in your energetic hose. All right, so think about what that does to your energy, right? It's like, "Oh, I really want to go on this vacation, but I don't want to do it by myself." And so, you're kind of torn, like, "Ugh, I really want this, but I can't have it. I have to wait." Or let's say you want to move, right? You want to, maybe buy a house or build a house, but you're like, oh, I don't want to do that by myself. It's just going to be more of a pain if I meet someone afterwards, yada, 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 right? You're putting your life on hold until you find someone. And that again puts you in the energy of lack, where I have to wait. I have to wait because I don't have something. So, my advice to you is go on that trip. Find a group to go with. You never know who you might meet, right? Buy the house, build the house. It's an asset. You'll figure it out. Okay. Maybe, you know, this person will move in with you. Who knows? You don't know. Okay. So go do the things that you have been putting off because you are waiting for someone to go and do them with, because that is definitely going to, kink your energy. It's going to put you in a holding pattern, and nobody wants that. Okay. So when you have those feelings of lack. Maybe if you see a happy couple and it makes you feel a little bit jealous, or you start feeling anxious because it hasn't happened for you yet. Or maybe you start to feel a little bit indignant, like, well, what is wrong with me? Why can't that happen for me? All of those things will pull your vibration down. Okay. And then when you're in a lower vibrational state, then you become a match for other people who are also in a lower vibrational state. And these tend to be the walking wounded. Okay. They tend to be the selfish, the cheaters, the projects. These are the people that you have been getting up till now and you are really wanting to avoid. So, um, you'll have to start to raise that vibration and then become a match for fun, for joy, for love, for support. Okay, and that's when those things will come into your life. So, yes, go out there and date and put yourself into situations where you might meet people, but take the pressure off. Just surrender to the process. A lot of you might be, have religious leanings and you're like, okay, I'm going to put this in God's hands. If you want to think about it that way, that is fine. But once you put your order in, then it's up to God or the universe to do their part to bring it to you. Okay? And it's your job to simply live your life, have fun, go develop hobbies, get to know yourself, enjoy this time that you have to yourself, getting to know yourself. Maybe you start to expand your social circle here. This time is here for you. Use it wisely. Okay? Use it productively. Use it to enhance your life instead of thinking about what you don't have. Because thinking about what you don't have and operating from that space is only going to bring you more of what you don't want. Okay, my friends? That's it for our podcast today. It's a short one. I just wanted to clarify um, this couple of things here. So I will put any links to freebies that I have and how you can find out more about me in the show notes. All right, see you next week. Take care.